Hey guys, Crystal here at Crystal's Crafties, and today I want to show you how I make my own designs in Cricut Design Space. I custom make each design and I can do it all for free because I have a subscription that gives me all these awesome graphics and stuff. I'm going to show you how all of that works. The example I'm going to use today is this welcome fall sign because honestly I would love to be welcoming fall right now rather than dealing with my 105-degree Texas weather. Okay, so to start with, I get my designs from Creative Fabrica. So I've come over here and you can see I've got the Creative Fabrica pulled up, and I'm going to link to this in the post so that you can get everything you need. I have an all-access subscription, which gives me access to everything in Creative Fabrica. You don't need that kind of access to make your designs. There's other plans you can get, but I just want to show you what we're working with here. So for the design I made, I'm going to type in pumpkin SUV. I'm sorry, pumpkin SVG. And I can't even spell that right. Pumpkin SVG. Okay. And then the one that I picked for this project was this file right here because I got all of these things and I figured I could make a bunch of different projects using these files. So I downloaded this bundle. It's $5 if you don't have a subscription, but because I have the subscription, it was completely free. And let me show you something really cool. These come with a commercial license, and in that commercial license you are allowed to use these designs for items that you make and sell. Sometimes when you buy designs from other shops or from Etsy or something like that, you don't get the ability to sell your end product. They restrict that commercial license. With Creative Fabrica, you get the full commercial license. Anything you make using these designs you can sell an unlimited amount of, and you're not breaking any laws. You just have to change the graphics a little bit. You can't sell, and you can't take this pumpkin patch with a truck that says this way, stick it on a t-shirt and call it your own. You have to change it up a little bit. Okay, so I downloaded, but as you see it says I've already downloaded. So this is the file set that I started to work with. Then I came over here into my design space, and let's see, I'm just going to close this, or I'm going to hide it so we can't see it. I'm going to start from scratch. So upload, here's the pumpkin that I used, and I made this whole design using this one pumpkin here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that guy into my project. You'll notice, let me pull it back up. To put my letters in the middle, I had to make the middle of the pumpkin solid. I've got to get rid of this, this little cut here. So I'll show you how I did that. And go hide this guy again. Okay, so this pumpkin, the file itself is in several pieces. You can see over here that all of these pieces are just grouped together. We need to make them one because we're going to mess everything all up. It's going to get all out of place and just look all funky if we don't go ahead and group all of this together. So the first thing we need to do is ungroup the entire project. And now it's pulled it into two separate groups. I'm going to take this stem and I'm just going to hide it for now because I don't want to work with it yet. Now I'm going to get rid of the spaces that I have here. I'm going to come to my shapes and I'm going to pull in a circle. Okay, I'm going to unlock my circle, and you can also unlock it down here. And I'm going to drag it down. Okay, so I want to put it right about there. So I've got, you know, my little scoops at the top. It's not quite long enough, so I need to pull it down. And now I've got my scoops at the bottom. Okay. Now, my goal here is to weld this together, but you'll notice if I come here and hit weld, it worked perfectly. And I don't have whoops, I don't have the little spaces anymore. I've got a solid inner pumpkin. That is what I need. You don't want to change the size of this thing any though, because you need to be able to come and put your stem back on the top of it and have it still fit. If you want to resize it, take all of it together and resize it that way. Okay, so the word fall has 4 letters, which means I need 4 of these guys. So I'm going to group all this together again, and I'm going to duplicate it. Come up here, duplicate, 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 and now I have 4 of them. Yay! Okay. Let me put these grids back on. It just might make it easier for you guys to see some things. Okay. I want them all straight, and if you eyeball it, I mean, they look fairly straight, but if you select everything and you come up here to align and align bottom, you'll see they all moved a little bit, so now they're all perfectly straight. And I also want them perfectly distributed. This one has a little gap, and this one's gap is a little bit bigger. So again, I'm going to come to align, distribute horizontally, and now they are all perfectly evenly distributed and straight. Okay, that's where I want those guys to stay. So I'm going to group all that together. And now if I move one, they all move. All right. Those guys are good to go for now. Now I need to get the letters in here. Text. F. And I'm going to change this to a font that I like. I'm going to use my Christmas Story font. Okay, there's my F. Let me put it up in the pumpkin and see what size I need it. Sorry about that. My little one walked in and I had to help him with something. Okay, so here's my F, and I'm going to size it where I want it. That looks pretty good. Okay, so the size of this, its height is 1.311 inches. So I want all my letters to be that same size. I'm going to come in with my A. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to size it 1.311. Okay, so there it is. And then I need an L, and I want it to be 1.311, 1.311. And then I can just duplicate that for my last L. Okay. Okay, so again, I want all of my letters lined up so that they're perfectly even. So I'm going to select my F, hold my Shift key, select the A, the L, and the L, come up to align, and let's align the bottoms of those. Okay, now they are all perfectly straight and in a row. Now what I did in my design was cut these out. You can leave them like this and just make them different fall colors if you want. It's whatever you want to do. I cut mine out, so I want to show you how I did that. So first of all, to work with this, I need to ungroup it all. And take this pumpkin. My fall is still there. It just moved behind this layer of pumpkins. And I need to ungroup the top and the bottom. And then I need to hide this little stem up here. So I highlighted it where I can find it over here. I can see it's highlighted here. I'm just going to close it out. And now I don't have to worry about that stem. What's going on? Okay. So I've selected my pumpkin and the L that's behind it. You just can't see that, but it's there and it's selected. And I'm going to hit slice. And now I can delete these parts here. Come over here and do it. And there that is. And I can go put the stem back in. And those two are done. Same thing here. Ungroup. I'm going to go hide my stem. Select all of that. slice, delete my L. I don't know why it doesn't show those. I have to come over here, but that's fine. I can delete it from there. And put my stem back in. Here we go. Ungroup. Hide my stem. Select it all. Slice. Delete the A. And put my stem back in. One more time. Ungroup. Hide the stem. Select it all. Slice. Delete the F. Put the stem back in. There it all is. So one option is to leave it all orange and have it cut out. I wanted mine to be those fun fall colors. So what I did was I came over to Google, my good friend Google, and I typed in fall color palette. And I'm just going to look at all these images. And this was the one I chose. You can see it's got these color codes down here. I can't read them when they're that small, so I've got to get that picture a little bit bigger. Just clicked on it again. Let me go find it. There it is. There's the color pattern that the color palette that I liked. And I used this darker plum, this kind of, I don't know what that is, mauve, this goldish color, and this blue over here. So the code's down here. For the plum color, it is 751A33. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to select my pumpkin, click Advanced, and down here I'm going to type in 751A33. Enter. And it turned my pumpkin that color. The next one, let's see, B34233. Select my pumpkin, come up to the color box. What? Well, I didn't want that to happen. I'm just going to hit my undo button. And it was B34233. Okay. The next color, D28F33. D28F33. And then this blue on the end is 1A8693. 1A8693. And those are the colors I wanted. Okay, moving on to the text. Again, I have pulled in my text box and I wrote the word welcome. Moving back to Creative Fabrica, something else I really love about it is this tool, the Font Cloud tool. Let me show you what that does. And this is free. You do not have to pay anything to get Font Cloud. You just sign up for a free Creative Fabrica membership and you can have Font Cloud. Okay, so I'm going to open my Font Cloud. It takes a minute. You can see it's working up here. It just takes a little second to open. I don't know why it does that. Okay, and you'll see all of the fonts that I have uploaded into Font Cloud. I'm going to type the word welcome. And then I can look through here and I can see which font I want to use for this project. Sorry about that. For this one, I chose this font here. So I'm going to open it up. And when I open it, you can see the private use area. Most fonts that you download are going to have this private use area, and you can't get to it without some sort of a font manager to unlock it for you. So you'll notice, let me type the word. There's what it looks like all normal. But as I'm scrolling through the characters, these characters have this highlighted box around them. That's because they're extra, they're private use fonts. And this is where you get the fancy stuff that you see in all the examples and you're like, how did they do that? This is how. I'm going to pick this W, and I'm going to pick this E. Let's see, where'd it go? Well, no. There. And there's the word. There's the welcome that I want. Okay, back to Cricut. I'm going to type in welcome. And it put it in that Christmas font that I used the last time. But I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change it. There we go. And there's my welcome. Scroll down here. Make this a little bit bigger so we can work with it easier. Okay, so the way you copy from here into Cricut, you just click whatever you want. I'm going to go back to the W. I'm going to start with that one. So I click this W that I want, and it copied that to my clipboard. Did you see that up there? So now I come back into Cricut, delete my W, and paste in the W that I copied. Back into Font Cloud, go get my E, click it to copy, copy to the clipboard. Back to Design Space, delete this E, paste in the E that I had just copied. And to do this, I'm using the Control-C and Control-V. Control-V pastes anything that I have copied to my clipboard. And there's my welcome. I'm going to connect all the letters now. One of the easiest ways to do that is to come up here to your letter spacing, take it down to a 0. There, it moved them much closer, but they're not close enough. So I'm going to keep clicking, clicking, clicking. Okay, if I click any more, my L is going to come through the other side of my C, and I don't want to do that. So at this point, I have to do the rest by hand. I'm going to ungroup all these letters, and I'm just going to move them where I want them. Okay, they're all where I want them now. Select everything here, weld it together. Take this up here, and you are almost done. If you want to cut it, you can go ahead and send it to cut and everything will cut. If this is something that you're going to print, you need to select everything again, align, and you want to center everything. Whoops, I did the wrong center. My bad. Let's do that again. Center horizontally. Why is it doing this to me? Oh, sorry, we all make mistakes sometimes. This all has to be grouped together as one. Let me group all those pumpkins together. Now, when I go to center it, there we go. It shifted the pumpkins just a little bit so that everything is perfectly centered and you have your design and you are ready to go. I made all of this using my things from Creative Fabrica, using the Font Cloud, which is totally free. This font I got from Creative Fabrica, and this little clip I got from Creative Fabrica. And I will link to the different subscriptions that you can get. If you just want a subscription for the text, for your fonts, you can get a font-only subscription and get access to, let's see, fonts. All fonts. We have over 16,000 fonts. All at your fingertips, all yours, totally free with commercial license if you do that font membership for $19 a month. Oh, and once you download them, they're yours. So you get to keep that license. If you just pay the 1-month subscription, download all the fonts you want, and cancel your subscription, fonts are still yours. Okay. You can also get the craft bundle, which gives you SVGs. You can get the graphics bundle, which gives you clip art and product mock-ups and templates and all kinds of stuff. Each of those subscriptions are $12 a month. You can get a combination of fonts and crafts or fonts and graphics for $23 a month. Or you can get the All Access program, which is what I have, All Access subscription. It's $29 a month, and it gives you access to everything imaginable. It's really awesome. I love it, and hopefully you'll love it too. That's all I have for you guys this week. Thanks so much.